yeah, take a look at this. When we talk about exchange rate, okay, we know there are two terms: depreciation, appreciation. Okay, right? Appreciation is when the value of your currency goes up, and depreciation is just the opposite. Okay. So once again, what determines the value of an exchange, a foreign currency? What really determines the value of a foreign exchange? What's the major factor that will, yeah, affect it? Hello. Yeah, demand of your currency, right? Demand or supply. Okay, yeah, demand is very simple to, yeah, it's very simple to understand, but for supply, okay, the logic is the same, right? Yeah, when you are supplying so much of your currency, you are basically selling out, okay, your currencies because you don't need them anymore. Yeah, for so many reasons. Maybe they are not, yeah, they don't have any value, okay, right, like anymore. So you just want to sell all your currencies for some other, more reliable currencies. So that is when you supply your currency. So when that happens, then your currency is going to depreciate. Okay, yeah. And when there are so many people that demand for your currency, then there will be an appreciation for your currency because your currency becomes so attractive. Okay, everyone wants to buy your currency, so the value will go up. All right, so that's the basic concept, and yeah, and when we oh yeah, exactly, because they appreciate, yeah, they they appreciate your currency, yeah, literally. Okay, so that's why, yeah, yeah, that's why the value will go up. All right, yep, and then we talk about this, okay, very quickly last week, like how this exchange rate fluctuation will affect imports and exports, and from there we will see, okay, what they will affect the businesses and country. Okay, so here there's one a scenario when you see a depreciation, okay, in your exchange rate, right? So you see when you're having a depreciation, right? So look at the highlighted keywords. Okay, look at the highlighted keywords, right? When you talk about imports, it's going to be more expensive, right? We know it, okay, because the value of our currency is getting lower and lower. So definitely it's going to be more expensive when we are buying things overseas. Okay, yeah, when it comes to imports, it means we are buying things overseas. Okay, when it comes to exports, we are selling things to other countries. Okay, right? Imports, exports. Okay, right? So yeah, so when you are some business which need which needs some imported material for your production, it's going to be high cost, right? Because it's more expensive to buy those raw materials. Okay, right now when you are experiencing depreciation. Okay, yeah, right. And to the country, if that happens, to the country, if that happens, there might be inflation. There might be higher inflation because, right, once again, it's more expensive to buy imports. So we would rather buy domestic goods. And when the demand for domestic goods increases, you will see, okay, there will be an increased price level for the domestic goods. So if that happens, inflation will happen. Okay, all right, yeah. So that's just one case. And for exports, when you are having depreciation, right? Think about from the other countries. Okay, when your currency is depreciating against their currencies, then it should be cheaper for them to buy your goods, right? And if that happens, there should be more demand for exports. Okay, when you are selling exports, there should be more demand for your exports because your exports are now very cheap. So it's kind of competitive, right? When you are exporting your goods, right? And if that's the case, possibly you can earn higher sales if you are in the export industries. Okay, right? because more people they demand for exports from your country. Okay, yeah. So to the country, yeah, it's good for your country because now you can see the export industry is getting better and better. Okay, so you could say there might be a little bit of the possibility for economic growth. Well, not so sure about that. There are so many factors affecting such government objective, but you are going to expect, okay, the value of the currency is going to rise again. Okay, because right when other countries they are buying exports from your country, they need to convert their currencies into yours. Okay, which means the demand for your currency is getting higher. So if that's the case, then your currency will go up once again. Okay, right? So there is a very magical relationship between exchange rate and international trade. Okay, well, not going to discuss about that in detail because yeah, it will become basically economics after that. Okay, yeah, all right. But yeah, right. So if you want to get some inquiry-based learning, then you can think about it. Okay, they have some very magical relationship. All right. Yeah. So there you go. All right. And yeah, and because of that, right, you can talk about balance of payments as well, right? Because balance of payments, they are all about the exports and the imports. Because now you see, right, when you are having depreciation, exports are getting higher. When they are getting higher, yeah, let's say when exports are getting higher, so the balance of payments should be better. Okay, so you are receiving more money from overseas. Okay, yeah, than the money that is leaving from your country. Okay, yeah, so that's balance of payment, right? It's the comparison between the money coming into your country and the money leaving your country. Okay, right? Just like that. All right, and yeah. So there you go. And when you look at it from another perspective, so apparently that is when you are having appreciation. It's just the opposite. Okay, it's just the opposite. So you just have to learn one side, and then the other side is just the opposite. Okay, so you see, take a look at this, right? When your exchange rate, okay, when your currency is appreciating, then you will see imports cheaper, right? Okay, so when you are the business, you rely on imported material, you will get the benefits because now the cost of production is getting lower, right? Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, for the businesses. Okay, when they have to import, you know, raw materials, import goods from overseas, that's good. Okay, if you are the citizens, if you are the consumers, when you have an appreciated currency, it's good for you as well. So you spend more money on imported goods, right? So you spend more money on imported goods. Okay, and at the end, to the country, you see here, the effect is just the opposite, right? It's just the opposite. So take a look at this, because now you spend more on imported goods, so you don't spend much on local goods. So the inflation, you see, now is getting lower. Okay, but once again, when we talk about balance of payments, right, it's between exports and imports, right? But now when we spend more money on imports, so you are going to expect the amount of imports should be higher from now. Okay, so the balance of payment, yeah, is getting worse. Okay, right? So we would say a decrease in balance of payment. All right, so more money is leaving out of the country than the money that we are receiving from overseas. Okay, all right, yeah. So that's the problem to the country. Okay, yeah, for the reducing inflation, that seems quite good for a country. Okay, yeah, and when you talk about exports, it's just the opposite once again, right? Because now your currency is so strong. Okay, when your currency is so strong, it's very difficult for you to you know export your goods, right? Because when you do that, uh, people from overseas they would think, wow, now it's so expensive to buy the imports. Okay, from our country. So they are not going to buy it. So there's less demand for the exports. Okay. So to the businesses there will be low sales. Okay, because of that. All right. So it's just the opposite. It's just the opposite. Right. Okay. So for the exporting industries, it's going to be bad for them when we have an appreciation on exchange rate. Okay. All right. Yeah. So when the businesses, when export industries, they have lower sales, then they might have to do some different strategies to boost sales, right? They may cut prices, or they may just reduce output. And if that happens, they don't need that many workers, so they might just fire some workers. So at the end, there might be some increasing unemployment going on. Okay, right? So, yeah. So it's just the opposite. Okay, right? And to the country, you see here, when there's less in exports, see, we talk about economic growth just now. Okay, when you have higher exports, there should be higher sales, and that might help for your economic growth. But now, it might be just the opposite. Okay, so there might be a fall in GDP. Yeah, with that being said, then your economic growth might be lower than before, and because of the reason here, the unemployment rate might increase as well. Okay, right? So so you can see, right, exchange rate is affecting international trade quite a lot. Okay, quite a lot. Okay, and here these are the arguments. These are the arguments that we will use. Okay, when we want to talk about exchange rate and international trade at the same time. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me emails. Okay, I'll try to answer the questions. Before you have your test next week. Okay, so once again, there will be a test next week on Monday, right? For the entire section 6. Okay, the entire section 6. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's going to be a 25-minute test, right? 20 mark. All right. Okay. So now, so let's play a Kahoot. All right, let's play. I would say this should be the last Kahoot. Yeah, maybe the last Kahoot. Yeah, maybe the last Kahoot for this subject. For this subject. Okay. Yeah, because this is the last chapter. So this is the last Kahoot, right? Yeah. So yeah. So that's all for business studies. Okay. So congratulations, guys. Yeah, this is all I can say. All right. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, there's nothing more to learn for this bloody business studies. Okay, that is that is it. All right, yeah, congrats. All right, so I can, so well, let's finish the class after this. um I did. I did. uh yeah, okay, all right. So it should be a happy thing to celebrate, right? Because you guys have been having a tough time in this subject, and well, to be honest, this subject is not easy. Like I always said, this one is, it really depends on your effort, and also it's like both effort and your and your potential, I guess. Yeah, so you can see if you are a business student or not. Yeah, nah, just pick another subject, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are way better in some other subjects than business. Well, anyway, okay. Well, I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad we we can finish the whole thing together. Okay, well, but you see people comes and goes along the way, and well, too bad. Okay, yeah, some people, they just left. Okay, they just went to overseas after year 9, and some people, they just dropped the subject like right before the exam. Well, too bad. Okay, so at the end, we have how many left? 19, I think. Yeah, 19 of us. Right. Well, anyway, before I think we had 22. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. Let's finish this Kahoot here. All right. Yeah. Guess. Well, anyway, just use classic. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's get in. Oops. Recently I was having an online training about the new curriculum for IB economics, and I can tell you that online training is 100% a waste of my time. I don't even want to lie. Okay, the school spends so much money on that online training. I think like $100, like US dollars. But at the end, it was complete rubbish. Yeah, it was like no training. There was no. I'm recording. I don't care. Okay, I don't mind if our school is listening to this because it's not their fault. Okay, it's just IB's fault. But there's a very crappy training out there. There's no guidance, right? Every day they just give you task and task and task, and there's no reflection. There's no checking of the answers. Nothing. Okay, well, I can do it myself. I can just read all the materials. Okay, right? Well, I did mark your I did mark your homework. All right, yeah. If you ask me question, I do answer your questions, but there's none. Okay, in the online training. All right. So Oscar, please, right? It's way different. It's the matter of fact that you don't ask. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, it's supposed to be right an inquiry based learning. Yeah, especially when you go to IB. Okay, so but at least there should be some sort of a teaching. Okay, the point that I'm trying to say is there's no teaching in that online training. There's no teaching, nothing. Okay, that's the point, right? I don't mind doing inquiry based learning, but at least there should be some teaching, and there is no teaching at all, like zero. Okay, zero. How I learn all the stuff. I just read all the materials that they gave me. So if you call that teaching, then yeah, you know, be my guest. All right, I guess that's one way to learn stuff. Okay, yeah, yeah, that could be a way to learn things. But to me, it doesn't work. Okay, so you can see my philosophy here. Yeah, that's why I would rather put more focus on the lesson to you know activity and inquiry based learning. But inquiry based learning is good, especially for higher level education. Okay, yeah, yeah. You could say IB, yeah, is more suitable for inquiry based learning because there's so much to learn in IB, and in the lesson we just don't have enough time to cover everything. So when you guys are going to IB, or when you are going to some other different higher level syllabus, do remember this. Okay, do remember you always need to have this mindset, an inquiry based learning mindset. You don't just learn the things from the textbook. Okay, whether or not there is lesson. Okay, right, but you still want to see more. You still want to explore more about your subject. Otherwise it's not enough to understand everything. Okay, yeah, it's just too difficult to cover everything in a higher level education. Okay, all right. So you have to do some more research. Okay, and no one is going to tell you to do research. Okay, you just have to do it on your own. Okay, yeah. So once you get to university, this kind of inquiry based learning is going to be more and more, right? So IB is actually a good opportunity for you to you know to learn, okay, how to use this manner okay, in your study. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Enough my talking. All right. Let's keep talking after this. All right. Okay. Let's go. All right. I guess there's only 12 of you. Okay. Right. Yeah. So yeah, embargo and trade ceiling. Well, we haven't learned any of that. Okay. And talk about tariff. Tariff is about the amount of cost, right, that you have to pay when they have, you know, tariff. Can somebody tell? Yeah, yes. Okay, entire ban. So they'll yeah, you cannot export anything to other country when a country is imposing embargo to you. Well, you don't need to know that. All right, you don't need to know that. That's not business. Okay, that's not business. All right, don't even bother to know what embargo is. All right. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's very good. Right? Bonds of trade or bonds of payments. Okay. Yeah. In this level, they are kind of the same. Right? Of course, they are not the same, but yeah. In this level, they're just let's treat them the same. All right. Okay. And you will see right now is because this part here is basically economics, and for IGCSE we are oversimplifying the concepts. Even for IB, we are also oversimplifying the concept. So yeah, too much for economics. You will see the complexity when you get there. Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, come on, guys. Don't get this wrong. Thank God. Yeah. If you get this wrong, then yeah, I might commit suicide. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then some guy just yeah. Can we go back to that question again? And then just intentionally just press the wrong button to see me commit suicide. All right. Well, anyway. Yeah. So next. Okay. Right. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I'm okay. I'm just being sarcastic. Okay, goods and services one country buys from another country. Imports. Okay. Yep. Trade. Well, trade is a very vague concept. Okay. Yeah. So you can talk about domestic trade. Okay, but right now you're talking about from and you see you buy things from another country. Okay, so you're not gonna choose that for sure, right? It's going to be imports. All right. Oh wait, 314B is gone. Too bad. Okay. Yeah. Do we only have 11 players? Yeah. Okay. All right. 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 12. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So this is just the opposite. Okay, when we are selling goods and services to another country, we call that exports, right? Okay, yeah, there you go. All right. Oh God. Right. Okay. Yeah. So in general, when you are buying and selling, then that's trade. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go. Okay. All right. So here, currency. Yeah, and well, I don't even know what that is. Okay. Yeah. Uh. Right. Okay. Yeah. Name for money using economics. Cash is just one of you know the means for money. Okay, in economics. But when you talk about currency, yeah, that's just money, right? In a general term. Okay, right. Let's go to the last question. Within your country. Yeah, very similar to one of the questions, except they emphasize, okay, buying and selling within your own country. So domestic trade, right? Yeah. So there you go. All right. All right. Yeah. 808. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. Can I just s- skip this? Okay. All right. Congrats. All right. That's all, guys. Right. So right now, see, since we still have time, uh, yeah, 20 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna give you some exercise that you can, yeah, you can. Well, I can give you some exercise that you can work on. Well, why? Because this is still a lesson. Like, what do you mean? Right? Eventually, you still have to learn. Okay. Otherwise, what are you doing here? All right. I'm gonna give you exercise here. I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it. Well, I think I have it, but I just don't have the number. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The syllabus is not changing for business. Okay. Yeah. But I'm not sure. Yeah, which textbook we're using for. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not so sure which book we're using. Okay, so yeah, all right. So here, let's take a look at this question. So yeah, yeah, for your test next week is going to be something like this. Okay, yeah, because you see, yeah, the questions they are all about um the last section. Okay, right. So yeah. Well, this is not the quiz, of course. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you the quiz. Right? It's just an exercise. I'm just going. Well, give me a second. I think I'm just gonna upload this for you. Practice. No, I'm not gonna send a message. Uh, wait, influences, wait, section 6. Save. Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's done. So you can take a look of the question from your end, yeah, or you can just take a look of my screen here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Wait a second. Let me cancel this. Okay. Right. So here is your question. Yeah. Let's go through this together. Okay. Let's go through this together. Okay. So so can you quickly go through the case study right here? Yeah. So yeah, this company is an MNC. All right. Yeah. So that's the product. Okay. Yeah. Make sure when you are working for the answers, you have those elements. Okay. Applications. All right. Analysis. Yeah. And for the very last question, you have to evaluate. Okay. Different arguments. All right. So it's always good to use you know the goods provided from the case rather than the word products. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So have you finished reading the question? Okay. Right. All right. So question A. What is it? Pressure group. Can you just yeah? Okay. All right. Yeah. That seems yeah. This seems right. Any other okay, a group of people that works together in a certain way by giving pressure on them. Okay, all right, a group of people with okay, all right. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, even though it's a 2 mark question, all right, do not underestimate a definition question. Okay, right? Yeah, you just have to write a bit quicker, all right, to show more detail because 2 mark there should be two parts from the definition. Okay, yeah, so it's not going to be that simple. All right, so when we take a look of yeah, let's take a look of what they think. Okay, so see, take a look of it. See, one part and then you see another part, right? So yeah, group of people, yeah, group formed by people, right? So see here, okay, keywords, common interests, right? If you are able to show something similar to this, then you will get points as well. Okay, all right, you will get your point if you are able to show uh, some similar expression, all right, as common interest, who would take action to achieve the changes they are seeking. Okay, yeah. So I would say, yeah. The answers that I see in the chat box, they are pretty good. Okay, they're pretty good. Yeah. And I think Sarah, you need to yeah, you need to show a little bit more, yeah, from this definition. Okay, yeah, for the second part, yeah, for the second part, right? So for the second part here, yeah, you want to talk about something like this. Okay, yeah, try to change, right? You know, a specific behavior from the business or organization, yeah, based on what they do. Okay, so that's how you get 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks, right? Yeah, okay, right here. Yeah, and then when we go to question B, okay, so what do you think they can do? Okay, lower interest rates. Taxes, laws, right. Okay, so talk about the government policies, huh? Yeah, government interventions, right? So yeah, so you see here, right? So take a look up here. So laws, okay. So laws, um, right. There's different laws you see here: fines, taxes, licenses, different control. Yeah, yeah. So I would say as long as okay, you talk about some laws, right? Specifically, okay. Uh, here, okay, here I would say laws are not enough. Yeah, you need to show you know a more specific expression. Okay, yeah, or an example. Yeah, like what kind of law? Okay, yeah. Even though you can see, you see here, right? So right after laws, there should be you know some explanation, right? Okay, yeah, like banning on the use of some like yeah, chemical substances, blah 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 blah. Okay, right? Yeah, yeah, and then you can talk about. Oh, but here, right? Uh, Look, but for the others, I would say, okay, it's good to quickly give a more specific example, or you just, let's say when you're using taxes, okay, you just have to make a very specific tax for the answer. Then that's all good. All right, let's say a general sales tax. That is, yeah, quite specific. A corporate tax, income tax, yeah, that is good. All right, okay, yeah, yeah. So as long as, yeah, because when you talk about laws, there are so many laws. Okay, so this one here is just too vague. All right, so at least as long as you can make this a little bit more specific, then you will get the point. Okay, I don't need you to show like a very detailed explanation about what kind of law that the government can use to control business activity, but at least it should be a bit more specific. Okay, all right. So yeah, there's so many options. So when you talk about price control, that's fine. Yeah, licensing, permits, okay, yeah, they are all good, right? The minimum wage legislation, yeah, so that I would say that is part of laws, okay, yeah, when you want to talk about laws, like, yeah, minimum wage, easy, okay, if there's minimum wage, of course it's going to uh, affect, and of course it's going to control business activity, okay, because it will affect the cost of production, it will affect the workers, right? Yeah, and all kinds of subsidies. Yeah, yeah. But for the last one, yeah, you can also talk about that because it's the government who imposes tariffs and quotas, right? So from a certain extent, yeah, it's a government control. Okay, all you can say is a government intervention, right? So there's so many answers that you can choose from here. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so let's go to yeah, question C. Okay, so question C right here. So identify and explain two reasons why objectives are important to businesses such as this company. Okay. Okay. All right. You have sense of direction, right? The measure progress. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Current situation. And how do you explain it? How do you explain it? Yeah, because here, yeah, it's more important to show the application, right? Yeah, yeah, right here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I think we can also use you know clues from here. Okay, yeah, because because you have a sense of direction, and that's why you know what you should do. All right, to operate your company. Okay, so here you can see a very specific plan. Okay, that they do for the company. Uh, Yeah, entering foreign airplane markets. Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, multinational company. Right. So whatever you explain, okay, whatever you apply, there should be some keywords extracting from the case study right here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. I would say yeah. Those explanations are quite on point. Okay, so as long as you are able to extract some keywords from the case and you explain them, then that will do. All right. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It depends on yeah, what schools of thoughts that you talk about, right? When it comes to motivational theory. Okay. So yeah, there are so much arguments, right? Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Anyway. Right. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah. This question I think is from section one. It's from section one. Uh, and yeah, the points are from section one, and yeah, the explanation once again, right? You just have to look at the case and try to find something useful and extract them to your answer, so you can explain it with something directly related to the case. All right, yeah. So sense of direction, okay, right? There's a target, there's an aim. All right, yeah. Uh, Yeah, so for planning as well, okay. Well, you see, look here. Yeah, motivation, but motivation, yeah, even the math scheme cannot create okay the explanation for motivation. Uh, yeah, but still, okay, if you are able to do that, sense of direction, yeah, yeah, sense of direction, right there, okay, right. Sense of direction. Um, Hmm. I think so. I think so. Yeah. If you talk about it can provide a sense of direction, so that the motivation can be increased in the company, right? Because everyone knows what to do. They have a clear direction. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, yeah. That will give you a mark for analysis. Okay. Yeah, but and you can see why. Okay, in this question three, in this question C, okay, the explanation is about analysis. It's because so I was yeah I was checking the date. Yeah, it is a very early past paper. So if you still remember what I told you before, right? Right now for the current exam papers, we when it comes to question C, we always focus on knowledge and application. So yeah, yeah. So when you are working, uh, well, where there's no more exam anyway. Yeah, but still, once again, yeah, if you're working on question C, yeah, you should always focus on how you can get the keywords from the case, okay, to the answer. all right, so that right you can get the mark. Okay, yeah, you can explain it perfectly, but if you don't have the keywords from the case, yeah, you will be at risk. Okay, all right, yeah. So what's the difference between giving a business a target and yeah, this one here, right? A target and direction is basically the same. It's basically the same. I even ask myself like why? Why would they put two of them as two separate points? Yeah, you see, aim and direction. Like, what's the difference? But anyway, yeah. In case, look, I think the rationale behind this. Okay, yeah. I think the rationale behind this is because look, I don't know if I told you before. I think I did. There are too many different markers in this world, and some markers they are not as flexible as the others, and they will just literally look at what's in the mark scheme, and then they will mark if you're getting this correctly or not. Okay, so I guess this is for those people. Yeah, they don't have any flexibility, and that's why they need it. Okay, right, all right. So I would say they're the same. Okay, yeah, they're basically the same. All right, yeah, you should just focus more on how to explain it. Yeah, so employees, managers will know what they must do. Yeah, right. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So that one can apply into the second point as well. If you have a sense of direction, the employees, the managers will know what they must do to be seen as successful. Right? Because now we have a direction, so we know what we should do, right? Yeah, what our target is. You see here, I think, look, target is inside the direction. I don't know if you agree with me, uh, but yes, all right. So, well, anyway, okay, yeah, this one here. So that's question C. Yeah, and well, we only have 2 minutes left. Okay, so I guess you can go through D and E as well. Yeah, you can go through D and E as well. And yeah, right. I guess that's all for today. Right. I think I'm going to upload the mark scheme for you as well. Okay. All right. Yeah. So as a reference, go take a look of it. Okay. Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to email me as usual, right? Yeah, even though the exam is cancelled, yeah, just keep on revising. Okay, yeah, but for the IB students, I would say don't bother, don't don't bother revising because it's pointless. Right, when you are going to university and you are not studying economics anymore, then what's the point of doing the revisions? But for you, yeah, you might have to take business or economics for 2 more years. Then yeah, it's always good to do more revisions, right? Okay, yeah. If you're not, then yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well. So yeah, we have 1 minute left. I want to see like who is studying business for IB next year. I just want to do a head count. Oh wow, that's many of you. Jesus Christ. It's like okay, right. So that's all. Yeah, I guess there will be some others from the other class. All right. Yeah. So yeah, once again, if you are doing this, then I guess you need to do more revisions then. Okay, because at the end you are going to IB and you are going to learn the same set of stuff in IB. All right. Yeah, except they're getting harder. Okay. Well, of course, the flexibility will be high as well. Yeah, because there will be more real case application. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. So keep revising. Okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, you can go now. Bye, guys. Bye.